Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about writing and graphing inequalities. Okay, so an inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares two expressions. It contains the symbols less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So, if you look here, we have, let's go this way, inequality symbols. Okay, so phrases to look for. Less than is, you see, is less than or is fewer than. This one here is greater than or is more than. Okay, so a lot of people remember the little number always eats up the big number. So if I had 2 would be less than 3. Okay, the little number 2 eats up the big number 3. Got this nice little giant mouth right here. It's going to eat that guy up. Okay, that's hideous, so let's get rid of that. All right, so you got is greater than or is more than. You see this symbol is less than or equal to. Is at most is another way you can write that. Is no more than is another way you can write that. And then finally, is greater than or equal to. Is at least is another way to write that, because if you're at least 8, you're greater than or equal to 8. And is no less than is also the same thing. So make sure you kind of understand which one of those symbols go with those phrases, because you're going to see a lot of them. Okay, so a number q plus 5 is greater than or equal to negative 7.9. Write this word sentence as an inequality. Okay, so a number q plus 5 is greater than or equal to negative 7.9. Done. There's your word sentence as an inequality. Okay, you do these two. A number x is at most negative 10, and twice a number y is more than negative 5 halves. Okay, so pause the video, do those, and then jump back on here. Okay, a number x is at most negative 10. So that means that x must be less than or equal to negative 10. Because it can't be any bigger than that. If it's bigger than negative 10, then x is going to be it's going to be a problem there. Okay, it doesn't work in the sentence. Okay, the next one. Twice a number y is more than negative 5 halves. So there you go. That one's a pretty easy one. This one's a little tricky. Hopefully you got both those right. Okay, a solution of an inequality is a value that makes the inequality true. So an equality may have more than one solution. In fact, they can have infinite solutions. The set of all solutions of an inequality is called a solution set. So let x plus 2 be less than or equal to negative 1. Is negative 2 a solution to the inequality? Okay, so we can find that out by plugging negative 2 in here. Negative 2 plus 2 should be less than or equal to negative 1. And this becomes 0 is less than or equal to negative 1. Now that's not true. 0 is more than negative 1. So this is a false statement. Okay. Okay, you try these two. Pause the video. Is negative 3 a solution to the inequality, and is negative 4 a solution to the inequality? Make sure you show your work and check your answer. Ready, set, go. Okie doke. So, is negative 3 a solution? So I would plug negative 3 in here for x. Negative 3 plus 2 is less than or equal to negative 1. This becomes negative 1 is less than or equal to negative 1. Is that true? Yeah, negative 1 is equal to negative 1, so it's less than or equal to negative 1. So this is true. Okay, let's check the last one here. Is negative 4 a solution to the inequality? So negative 4 plus 2 should be less than or equal to negative 1. This becomes negative 2. Negative 2 is definitely less than or equal to negative 1. Now, a lot of people think it's more than because it's a bigger, 2 is a bigger number than 1, but you got to think backwards with negatives. Negative 2 is smaller than negative 1. So this one also is true. Okay, hopefully you got those right. Tell whether negative 2 is a solution to each of these inequalities. So go ahead and pause the video here and give these a try, and then jump back on and see how you did. Okay, so I'm going to plug negative 2 in here for y, so I get negative 2 minus 5 is greater than or equal to negative 6. This becomes negative 7 is greater than or equal to negative 6. That, my friends, is false. Negative 7 is less than negative 6. Okay, let's plug in negative 2 here, so we get negative 5.5 times negative 2 should be less than 14. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be a positive, because a negative times a negative is a positive. That's going to be 11 is less than 14. This is true. Okay, it looks like there's going to be a couple more here for you to do. Give these two a try, or these three a try. So pause the video, go check these. Check and see if negative 5 is a solution to these, and then jump back on and see how you did. Okay, so negative 5 plus 12 is greater than 7. And then I get 7 is greater than 7. Well, that's not true. That's false. It's equal to 7. It's not greater than 7. Okay, on this one, I'm going to plug in negative 2 for p. So 1 minus 2 times negative 5 should be less than or equal to negative 9. Okay, so this becomes the negative and the negative cancel out, and you get 1 plus 10 is less than or equal to negative 9. And 11 is less than or equal to negative 9. That's also false. And then finally, we're going to plug negative 5 in here. Negative 5 divided by 2.5 should be greater than or equal to negative 3. Okay, this is going to be negative 2. It's greater than or equal to negative 3. That is true. That is a true statement. Negative 2 is bigger than negative 3. Think of it this way. Would you rather owe somebody $2 or $3? I'd rather owe them $2 if I had to owe them any money. So that's a greater number. Okay, how do you graph an inequality? Okay, so you got to pay attention here. So this first one, we're going to graph y is greater than negative 8. So here's what you do, is you go to negative 8, and so here's negative 8 right here. Now, since it's greater than and not equal to, I'm going to put an open circle right there. We use open circles when you're greater than or less than. And now we're going to shade all the numbers that are bigger than negative 8, and bigger is always to the right. So it's all these numbers here are greater than negative 8. That's why we said earlier there can be more than one solution. This has an infinite number of solutions. Anything bigger than negative 8 is an answer to this. Okay. On this one, x has got to be less than 4. So, why don't you pause the video, try this out, and then jump back on and see how you did. Okay, so you're going to go to 4. Here's 4. It's less than again, so it's an open circle. And I want less than, so I'm shading to the left. Okay, so there's my x is less than 4. Okay, here I've got z is greater than or equal to negative 3. Okay, when I do a greater than or equal to, I'm going to go to -3 because that's where it changes. I'm going to put a solid dot because that solid dot means that -3 is also a solution to this, okay? And I'm going to shade the greater than side over here, okay? What this means here with just the less than, everything up to 4 is a solution, but not 4. Okay, so 3.999999999 is a solution, but 4 is not. Okay, here's the last one for you to do. Graph K is less than or equal to 0. So I'll pause it here and then jump on and see how you did. Okay, so you're going to go to 0. It's going to be a closed dot because 0 is a solution to this. And I'm going to shade this side over here. Okay, there you go. So we're going to do 1 through 31 odd in class tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you guys, and I will talk with you later.